Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Group Vice President and General Manager, Toyota Division, Jack Hollis.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? We okay? It's great to be back in sunny, it's great to be back in California. Great to be back in LA. I just got into town last night. Now, I know a lot of you, like me, kind of have some negative feelings around LAX. I get it. I do. But now landing here, getting in last night, seeing the beautiful LA, the skyline and the lights of Palos Verdes, my home, made me a little homesick. Because I have deep roots in LA. I grew up here, I grew my family here, and I began my career with Toyota right here. In fact, I just love LA. And Toyota, well, we have a lot of our deep roots in LA as well. Our first dealership in the United States was just down the road, Hollywood Toyota. And it opened its doors more than 60 years ago. How about our Toyota Motor sales office was in Torrance for more than 30 years. And how about our design studio, Calty? It continues to design the most beautiful vehicles out of their studio in Newport Beach. And then there's Toyota Racing Development, or TRD, which continues to build the fastest engines in NASCAR at their Costa Mesa headquarters just south of here. And this year, TRD is celebrating their 40th anniversary. But many are surprised when they hear that TRD wasn't originally affiliated with Toyota Motor Sales in the beginning. And I'm sure that the use of the word Toyota in their name was not really actually approved, but their little speed shop wanted to make Toyota's production cars go just a little bit faster. And it was conveniently placed right down the street from the Torrance headquarters. Well, and the rest is history. And speaking of history, I just came back from Miami Homestead this past weekend to witness, for the first time ever, one race team, ours, with 3 cars in the Final Four. That was awesome. But beyond that, Kyle Busch won his 2nd Drivers' Championship with Toyota. Toyota claimed its 3rd Manufacturers' Championship in the last 4 years. And Joe Gibbs Racing won 19 races, which sets an all-time single-season record. I can just keep watching that. We should probably replay that several times. But I don't want you also to forget about earlier in the year. We started the year with Toyota winning the Daytona 500. So like I said, the fastest engines in NASCAR. And we've also captured TRD's expertise to create exciting variations of 2 of our sedans. Now, if you recall, last year right here, I introduced you to the Camry TRD and Avalon TRD, 2 sedans with track-inspired characteristics. And both are on sale now, and they're really a shining spotlight on what sporty sedans can and really should do. But we're not stopping there. As you know, Toyota is doubling down on our sedans, as our competitors, well, they're abandoning the segments. And now, we're jumping in with all 4 tires, so to speak. That's right. Check out the all-new upcoming Camry all-wheel drive and Avalon all-wheel drive. These 2 exciting sedans get the exciting technological addition of the all-wheel drive system, giving our guests a more secure and confident driving experience in adverse conditions. And because both cars sit on the same TNGA platform as the RAV4, we were able to use the existing architecture to put the same all-wheel drive system into each vehicle without changing their critical interior hardpoints. Now, the all-wheel drive system can distribute up to 50% of the available torque to the rear wheels, and even in perfect conditions can send power to the rear when cornering to improve the vehicle's stance and predictability. The Camry all-wheel drive will be available in 4 grades and will go on sale next spring, while the Avalon all-wheel drive will be available in XLE and limited grades and go on sale next summer. This is just another step in our commitment to incredible sedans. But we know that light trucks still make up about 65% of Toyota's sales. And the redesigned RAV4, which has now been on sale for almost a year, continues to be the #1 selling SUV on the market. We're actually on pace to sell over 430,000 total RAVs this year, driven in large part to the sales of the RAV4 Hybrid, which is up a phenomenal 72%. Now think about it. Since 2008, Toyota has sold more than 3.6 million hybrids, which has saved 7.6 billion gallons of fuel and has kept 68 million tons of CO2 from entering the atmosphere. That's actually equivalent to taking 13.4 million vehicles off the road for an entire year. And Toyota, well, we sell more alternative powertrain vehicles than the rest of the industry combined. Oh, so since we set the bar high, we can raise it, which is why we continue to expand our hybrid lineup on our most popular vehicles. We currently have 8 alternative powertrain vehicles, and now I'd like to introduce you to the 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2021 RAV4 Prime. Yeah, okay. I like a little woo. Thanks. When we launched the current generation RAV4, we set out to shatter the perceptions of what a hybrid vehicle is. We demonstrated that a hybrid can mean both rational and fun to drive. And with improved power and fuel economy, the RAV4 Hybrid is defying expectations. And now, let's just do it again. The 2021 RAV4 Prime is the most powerful RAV4 ever. It has 302 horsepower. Let me say that again. That's 302 horsepower. That is 83 more horsepower than the current RAV4 Hybrid, and it accelerates from 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds, making it the quickest alternative powertrain vehicle that we've ever produced, and the second quickest vehicle in today's Toyota lineup, behind only the Toyota Supra. It comes with standard all-wheel drive, and for the first time ever, optional paddle shifters. New style features include the front grille design, front lower spoiler, and vertical LED accent lights. And this RAV4 Prime XSE comes with new 19-inch wheels, a 9-inch multimedia display, and an available head-up display, all first for a RAV4 Hybrid. Now the color, it's called Supersonic Red, and it's new to the RAV4 lineup. Now take a look at the entire two-tone paint scheme, and it comes standard on the XSE grade. At the same time, though, let's not forget it's still a plug-in hybrid. It has a nearly 40-mile EV-only range, which can get you from this convention center down to TRD and Costa Mesa without the gas engine even kicking in. So the RAV4 Prime will be available next summer. Yeah, the summer of 2020. So let's consider the bar raised. Now, vehicles like the RAV4 Prime demonstrate Toyota's commitment to our environment. Toyota believes in promoting advanced technologies that deliver meaningful climate benefits, as well as meeting the needs of our customers. In fact, 4 years ago, we announced the Toyota Environmental Challenge 2050, whereby before the year 2050, Toyota will reduce global average CO2 emissions from new vehicles by 90% from our 2010 levels. To do this, we plan to increase our hybrid sales mix from about 9% last year to more than 25% in 2025. And while hybrids play an important part of that challenge, we will not put all of our eggs into one technology basket to achieve this ambitious goal. We also feel that hydrogen fuel cells are a key piece, and I'd love to tell you all about it. However, I'm not an engineer, and I think someone much smarter than I should be up here to tell you all about our hydrogen future. So please help me to welcome Toyota Senior Fuel Cell Engineer, Ms. Jackie Birdsall. Woo! That's right. Hey, Jackie, thanks.
Thank you, Jack. I'm so excited to be here representing the fuel cell team.
So I'm glad you're here, Jackie. Like I said, I need your help. The fuel cell technology seems a little confusing. I don't totally get it. So I'm glad you're here to explain it to everyone.
Actually, Jack, it's not that tough. Really, even kids can understand. Let's have a look.
My name is Jackie, and I'm an engineer on the Toyota Mirai. And I hear you guys have some questions for me?
I have tons.
Yeah? Who wants to go first? Okay, let's start with you.
So why did you choose blue?
Because it's the color of water, and that's what comes out the tailpipe of the vehicle instead of pollution.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the antennas, why does the car's antenna look like a time travel antenna?
Because it's the car of the future.
How long did it take to build the car?
That's such a good question. This vehicle has been in development at Toyota for over 20 years. I want to show you guys something. All right. This is a cartoon drawing of the Toyota Mirai. It's an all-electric car, but instead of plugging it in and recharging it, we refill it with hydrogen. So hydrogen comes in from the tank. And then we have oxygen that comes in from the intake system, just from the air. And the two of those combine, and they create water that comes out the tailpipe. And a byproduct of that is the electricity that powers the car. You guys want to see a real Mirai?
Yeah! Whoa!
Now we're interested. Wow, those kids were so excited to see a Mirai, and I hope you are too. But before we get to that, I want to share a little background about Toyota and our fuel cell strategy. We are committed to fuel cell electric vehicles as an elegantly sustainable powertrain because it's a clean, scalable platform that can meet a broad range of mobility needs with zero emissions. In fact, I believe that hydrogen-powered FCEVs will one day be as common as our hybrids. Actually, Toyota began developing this technology at the same time as our hybrid electrics, though the first fuel cell vehicle didn't hit the road until the Mirai debuted in 2015. Since then, we've sold or leased about 6,000 Mirais in the US. Probably the same numbers of RAV4s we sold last week, but regardless, we're proud of our progress. It does beg the question, with numbers like these, is there a place for FCEVs in our lineup? And the answer is yes. But much like Toyota had to educate consumers on the benefits of hybrids, we'll have to take the same road with hydrogen fuel cells. We have found the majority of people don't even know FCEV is an option. When people hear electric, they think battery. So that's a problem. But why would they know about the Mirai? In most areas in the US, fuel cell vehicles aren't available because the hydrogen infrastructure isn't in place. So Toyota is working with governments and regions across the country to educate them on why building a hydrogen infrastructure is so important. The good news, here in California, we have 38 stations. And if you haven't visited a hydrogen fueling station yet, you should. Imagine serving hundreds of customers per day, taking less than 5 minutes per vehicle to fill up on a domestic, renewable fuel, allowing for hundreds of miles of all-electric driving range. That is the power of a hydrogen electric vehicle. Of course, it may take a little longer to fill up our other hydrogen vehicles you may have seen on the road. In 2017, we installed 2 fuel cell stacks into a Class 8 semi to demonstrate that they can generate enough electrical power to pull 80,000 pounds. And now today, several of these vehicles are hard at work in and around the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles, moving freight, reducing local air pollution, and improving the lives of the local communities around the ports. We've even built hydrogen forklifts, and we use them at the plant where we build the Mirai. So now we have fuel cells building fuel cells. The possibilities are endless. You can imagine, as we ramp up manufacturing of the fuel cells, the costs come down, which allows us to introduce new and innovative fuel cell solutions to reduce our negative impact on the planet. In fact, we can no longer talk about the electrification of transportation and renewable energy without including the role of hydrogen in fuel cells. The good news is fuel cell technology is gaining momentum around the world. Today, I am excited and proud to show you our latest contribution to this evolution, the most advanced electric vehicle on the market. Here is the 2021 Toyota Mirai. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Mirai. For the all-new Mirai, we knew we had to focus on a car that would gain mass appeal. We wanted to dispel the stigma that eco-friendly cars cannot fully replace our gasoline engines. And we started with a premium rear-wheel drive platform that allows us to make this Mirai lower, longer, wider, and more aerodynamic than her predecessor. Then, we focused on outstanding driving dynamics. I've driven this new Mirai, and I can tell you, you will love it. Smooth, coupe-like lines will draw attention on the street, and this new hydro blue color achieves its bright, deep hue through a special multi-layer painting process. This model rides on available 20-inch wheels for a stable, luxurious look. And this interior has modern styling, which includes an available 12.3-inch multimedia touchscreen and a 14-speaker JBL system. And we've added a fifth seat in the rear. Finally, thanks to fuel cell systems improvements and a larger hydrogen storage availability, this new Mirai is targeted to have a range of more than 400 miles, a 30% increase over the previous Mirai. So you've probably heard of Akio Toyota's call for no more boring cars. Well, now this Mirai is just as exciting on corners as the technology propelling it, and it's just as easy on the eyes as it is on the environment. We think you'll recognize that in more ways than one, the 2021 Mirai is a significant evolution of technology and an important preview into the future of Toyota's lineup. We at Toyota are passionate about the environment, which is why we always have been, and we always will be, the leader in providing customers with options to reduce their environmental impact. Together, we'll create a cleaner world. Now, if you could please allow photographers a few minutes to get some pictures, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.